1 year, guys. It has been 1 year. What has it been 1 year of? Well, it's been 1 year since we released our first YouTube video. I honestly can't believe it. The time has just gone by so fast. I can't even comprehend this. I've had so much fun this past year, and I've had so much fun making videos for you guys. I've had a couple burnouts, obviously, but overall, I've been having such a great time making videos, giving my opinions on stuff. It's overall been really fun. And I don't think it's any discussion. I think it's universally agreed upon that 2020 has been one of the most interesting and worst years of the past decade. I seriously don't think anyone can disagree on this. But this isn't about everyone else. You see, I've been doing YouTube with my friend on this channel for 1 year now, as you guys can tell, and I haven't made a video talking about, well, me. I feel like you guys don't really know me, and I really talk about my life for obvious reasons, but I kind of feel guilty because I've been doing this channel for 1 year. So, to fix this, I'm going to tell you guys about my 2020, how it's been for me, how it's affected my life, and how it's affected the YouTube channel. Now, going into 2020, words can't describe how excited I was for everything, both of my life and for the channel. For my life, I was excited. I was in 7th grade at the start of 2020. I was doing fantastic. Now, this is important for me, as all my previous years at school, I was failing at least one class, but that year I wasn't failing a single class. My worst was a C. Also, I was doing fantastic in math, but math was usually the class I was failing all my previous years because I sucked at it. That year, I was doing fantastic. Along with all my other grades, I was doing fantastic. It was great. I would go to school, and it was the first year I was genuinely enjoying it. At the same time, I was excited for summer. I had ideas and almost plans of going to Disney World or land with some friends, and it would have been super fun, along with all the video games, TV shows, and movies that were coming out in the summer. Now, this is important because when I was in 6th grade, even though I did good enough just to pass, I felt like I didn't earn it. But in 7th grade, I felt like if I kept up the grade to the end of the school year, I would have earned it. I would have earned to watch all the stuff that was coming out. I would have earned to be able to go to Disney World and all that. But none of that happened, or the majority of it didn't happen. Most of the video games I was excited for were either canceled or half of those came out and disappointed me. Literally every movie that I was excited for was delayed by at least 6 months, and then sometimes they were even delayed again. And as for like the TV shows, the only TV shows that I were excited for were either shit or they were also delayed. For those 6 months, it sucked. I genuinely loved the first 3 to 4 months of 2020, but it's like a nuke went off suddenly in a peaceful village. That's what it was like. I'll get to that later. Those 6 months, I would get up, eat, play video games, and sleep. That was all I did, and it got boring after 1 week. I was upset about all the stuff that was delayed as well. I've only seen 3 movies that came out this year, two of which were in the theater, and one was on a streaming service. It was Onward that I watched on the streaming service, Disney Plus. So I watched it, and it was great. As someone who has a brother, it meant a lot to me. The other two films that I reviewed, Invisible Man and the criminally underrated Birds of Prey, and I made a lot of videos on that, but that's not the point of this video. It's a discussion for another day. But Invisible Man and Birds of Prey I saw as a taste of what the summer was going to bring. Ghostbusters, Black Widow, No Time to Die, and many other films I was excited for. It seemed like 2020 was going to be a great year for films, especially my taste. But I only saw three, one of which, Onward, I probably wouldn't have even seen because I just didn't care. By the trailers, never was interested about it. And like I said, it seemed like these films were the appetizers, but it turns out what I thought was the appetizer was just the underwhelming meal of 2020 for the films. And it turns out that the appetizer was just all they were gonna serve me. Now, something I remember when I was on the bus to go home to spring break, there was an announcement, and a student read it out loud on the bus. It was along the lines of that the school would be canceled or there would be no school for 2 weeks. And you know what I did? I cheered along with the rest of the kids, even though I was loving school. Why? Because I still had that stupid, failing 6th grader inside of me, and I had no idea what was to come, and it would start probably the most boring 6 months of my entire life. Now, as for the channel, I was really thrilled as well, because there was so much stuff coming I was excited for. I was going to review so many movies, or I was planning to at least. Black Widow, Wonder Woman 1984, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. These were the ones I especially wanted to review. Why? Well, because it's the trailers that came out that basically started my channel and were the roots for what helped it grow to what it is right now. And because it helped us grow to this channel and it really gave us a starting boost, I have a soft spot for these movies. As I mentioned earlier, none of these came out. Okay, now as for me as a person, 2020 was important to me. You see, I knew about the virus around December when it was only in China. I knew about it because every day in social studies class I would watch CNN 10. It kept us up about what was going all around the world and how it was going, and I saw the virus slowly grow until it eventually came all around the world to the United States. If I didn't watch CNN 10 in class, then I probably wouldn't have even known about it till March or April. But I knew about it almost when it started. And this made me realize how connected off I was from the world and how detached I was from it, because I never really watched the news all my previous years. I never understood what was going on in the world all of my previous years unless I was told from it by my parents. I was arrogant, and that made me realize that I need to try and do better to keep up with what was going on around the world, and I need to stop being so arrogant. Also, one more thing. This whole virus made me realize one thing about my life. The one and only predictable thing about life was its unpredictability. Life is so random, and random stuff can happen. Tragedies and death, anything can happen. Without you expecting it, 2020 made me realize this. Now, I was planning on writing this script a few months ago. That way I can get it ready and have it be perfect. But then I realized, why should I? Because, like I said earlier, the only thing predictable about life is unpredictability. And guess what? It happened. Literally a few weeks ago, my school shut down again until, from what we know, at least December, because I'm writing this that way I can get it out for the 1 year anniversary of my channel. I mean, it's honestly crazy to think about. The fact that 1 year ago I was making these lazy little trailer thoughts that were only 2 minutes long, barely even scripted, and that was about it. It was just little 2 minute videos that I give my trailer thoughts on real quick. I just give my thoughts. Oh boy, have we come a long way from that. So this video will not be out in December. It will be out in November, as you guys can see right now. But yeah, my school got shut down from what we know, at least for now, December 14th. Because I was going to class and I was going to actual school, and it got shut down because of the virus. Again, with 2020's whole predictability thing. And despite such a shit year 2020 has been, it has really helped me, and I hope, I like to think many others. Because even though it's been really shit and it's kind of disappointed me, it's helped me in so many ways that I didn't even realize at first. It's helped me grow as a person, and even though school has been delayed when I was in it, and I still am in it, it I was doing great still. Have been doing great for a while. Like, I've been trying to get better at editing in my videos, and I've been trying to do better with my video quality, and I'm still not great at it. I'm still trying to figure it out, which is why you don't see any, like, huge, complicated footage in the background. Just Doom Eternal gameplay. And I've been trying to be more smart about this, but I just not very good at it right now. Anyway, I guess that will be it for this video. I know this wasn't very organized, but honestly, I didn't write much of a script for this, mostly because this year has just been so wild for me that I didn't really know how to. So anyway, I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you for a really awesome year.